Hi there. I couldn't resist. I was going to leave this for a bit longer, but I want to see this guy completed. And so I'm back onto the Graetz. And this time I'm starting with the cabinet, which is always quite a challenge. There's always a fair amount of work to do here. A lot of sanding, varnishing, sitting and waiting, watching paint dry. You know, all those exciting things. This one has actually gone green for some reason. So, the first step is to remove all this old varnish and lacquer. There's actually very little lacquer left. But before doing that, I have to remove all the metal and all the trimmings that are stuck on here, and go from there. Alright, that's done. That is, all the trimming has been removed. This trimming across here, all the way around, was removed very carefully. This is the result here. This is brass or some sort of metal with these pins that you stamp into the side. It also acts as an antenna. Then across the front, this bottom section was all removed. It's one piece that fits in like this. That was removed. This here is the trimming, that brass trimming that goes across the front of the radio all the way along here. And that's probably the most difficult part to remove, because you have to hammer it out very, very gently from the back to make sure you don't actually break it. It then creates a different challenge when you try and stick it back on, because once you've varnished all this, if you use the wrong type of glue, you're going to get the glue eating up the varnish. So you have to be very careful as to what glue you use. On stripping this down, I found another little problem, which isn't serious, but it's there. This has actually come apart. So one of the first things to do would be to stick that in and ensure that it is properly held in place. And now the sanding starts. A lot of sanding, a lot of painting, and I suppose I'm yakking away because this is not a job I like to do, so the longer I can put it off the better, but I have to get to it. Bye for now. Here I've just stuck the section that had fallen apart with some wood glue and used some tape to hold it together while it dries. So here it is, after probably the worst phase, which is the sanding. It's down to the original wood, very carefully sanded. There was actually a lot more lacquer than I thought, which reflects on how much work it was. But it's down to the wood, and that those stripes you see there, that strip, that's actually a cut in the wood all the way along, where that trim goes that serves as an antenna. So that's it so far. Everything properly sanded, including those inner side panels, and I'm very happy with the result. There were no obvious dents or chips out of the wood. The one notable exception, which I was expecting and knew of obviously, was this hole on the side that somebody had drilled to put in that provisional power switch. That has been filled with a wood filler, and I have to sort out the color of that next so that it matches the surround. And then it's time to treat it. Bye for now.